Welcome to week 4 of our Investor Ready Knowledge Share here on LinkedIn. This week the theme is all about market. So over the course of this week we are going to be covering product market fit, market visibility, go-to-market strategy and market durability. They're all things that investors care about. Today, however, we're going to focus on defensibility, the defense of your product or service in the market. Investors obviously care about this because they don't want your product to disappear overnight and their money with it. So what are the two things to really think about when it comes to telling investors about your company? Number one is, have you actually protected your IP properly? If you haven't protected your IP, you are wide open to people taking advantage of that, to copying what you do, and being able to eat into your market share, and in some cases in the past actually completely knock you out of the market altogether. So making sure that if you are able to have copyright, if you are able to patent things, if you've got proper trademarks and word marks attributed to protect not just your products but your company brand, then absolutely make sure that you get that done. It can cost you a bit of money to make sure that you get it done properly, but I would absolutely advise that you really get someone to do it for you who knows their stuff, a proper IP lawyer, because although you can go and fill out the forms yourself and just pay a fee to register your trademark, for instance, there are lots of loopholes. There are lots of things that lawyers are aware of that they would put into that application that you might not. And if you want to rely on that later in court or in another legal scenario, then it's really worth paying out to get someone to do that for you. The second part of defensibility is looking at who else might want to enter your market and how quickly could they do it. So if you don't have much proprietary IP, you might instead defend your product or your service by staying ahead of the crowd. Now that's something that Apple managed to do very successfully for a number of years. Whether they're still as ahead of the crowd now is more of a debate. But you've got to understand who might come into your market. Are they big players? If so, could they actually have the resources to do exactly what you do at the level you're doing it tomorrow? If they do, then you've got a problem. Or, actually they might not have those resources. They might not have the skill set available. It may not be something that is part of their current investment path. So you need to be able to explain to investors if there's anyone like that and what you know about what they're doing or what they've tried in the past. So those are the two key things to think about when it comes to defending your product or service in the market. And I look forward to seeing you the rest of the week when we continue to talk about market.